Joe, candidate for City Council in District Number 3. And Joe, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Jimmy Dale, this morning.
Good to have you with us today. And first of all, many people know Joe around the Sylacauga area. What kind of led you to decide to run for City Council District 3?
Jimmy Dale, I've looked all over this town a good bit, everything. I see a lot of needs here in town, and it's like we need our roads paved. We need some jobs in here where people can go to work, stuff like that. And I just have a compassion on Sylacauga, and that we can get back like we used to be.
Give the people who may not know you or may not know a lot about you a little bit of background about Joe Knight.
Well, I'm married to a good lady. I'm married to Jessie Knight, and we have 6 kids. We raised everything, and played a lot of softball around here. That's where a lot of people knows me and everything. And Jimmy Dale knows me a little bit too. And we grew up around here. We've been here about over 40-something years or more. And I just got a passion on Sylacauga today.
You mentioned you're a candidate for District 3 City Council. What area does that include?
Well, it covers over here, Syllabon Towers, the court, over the Woodlawn, all that, over to Avondale. And behind the hospital, there, Wallet goes up to North Main Street over to 21.
So it's quite a wide area.
Yeah,
there.
pretty wide area. And I've done a lot of walking, talking to people and everything. They seem like they want to change, Jimmy Dale. Mm-hmm. And I'm the man to help them if I get voted in there. And I believe we get some new people there, we can do that. You
obviously thought about this a whole lot before you decided to run for office.
Yes. You know, me and the Lord got together on this, and I tell you what, I trust Him more about things than anything, Jimmy Dale.
Where do y'all go to church?
We go to Oldfield Baptist Church. Our pastor, Tony McGrady, and been going there a good while, everything. Good church, good people.
Some of the issues that you talked about, you've been going to the city council meetings and work sessions and that kind of thing for quite a bit. What do you get coming out of those meetings? What's going on there?
Well, they've not put it together, Jimmy Dale. They sat there talking about things, but they just don't do what they say they're gonna do and everything. And we need help around here. Sylacauga, Alabama, and like I said a while ago, we need some jobs here. We need business coming here, everything. We need downtown here back like it used to. And we just I just got a compassion on Sylacauga today.
Have you any ideas, any thoughts of how you would like to see, for instance, road paving done, which is in dire need here in Sylacauga?
Right. We need our roads paved. I tell you what, you ride over and you'll see everything. That's one issue we do need to concentrate on, getting our roads paved, everything. Next would be bringing business into town, everything. If y'all vote for Joe Knight, I'm going to do my part to help you.
You mentioned you played a lot of softball down through the years. That's one of the hot topics, not just now, but in past several years, about a sportsplex. And there's talk of a 2-cent sales tax, borrowing $25 million. What are your thoughts on this?
Jimmy Dale, I'm against that. I'm against tax and everything. We already taxed enough. We don't need no more tax and everything. And talk about sales tax. You know, that hurt a lot of people here in Sylacauga. You know, people don't realize a lot of people here in town is on fixed income. And so we need to watch out for our people here. You know, we need to take care of our people here in Sylacauga, Alabama.
Joe Knight, our guest this morning. Joe has announced his candidacy for City Council District 3. And you've never been in politics before, never run for office or anything like that. Why now?
Well, I just want to get in it, Jimmy Dale, and try to help the people of Sylacauga, Alabama. Now, I think we can. I think we still can do that, but we just go have to put our heads together and work together.
Not long ago, in talking with the mayor of the city of Sylacauga, Doug Murphy, Doug indicated that we had redone the garbage collection from one company to another, and he said that there's still a lot of discontentment among the people about the garbage collection. So there are a lot of things in Sylacauga, Alabama, as you talked about, that we're going to have to address.
Right. That's what we're going to have to do. We're getting you people in there and everything. We're going to have to sit down together and put our heads together and address this issue.
Joe Knight, our guest this morning, and our schools. You love our schools, and we've got wonderful schools here in the area. And you've been a part of a lot of football games. We got the renovation going on at the stadium, and all this is costing money. But we go back to the monies that is suggested to be borrowed, the $25 million, and that's contingent on this basic 2-cent sales tax, and there's a lot of concern about the sales tax plus the $25 million that is set up to be borrowed. And how are we going to do all of this?
Jimmy Dale, we can't do that. I've talked to a lot of people. I've been to door talking to people, my district and everything. They don't want that sales tax and everything. Say, we need a lot more stuff and what they talk about, that complex, stuff like that.
Well, that's been a topic of conversation, the sportsplex and the 2-cent sales tax and the road paving. The road paving is something that we've certainly got to address. And as a city councilman, if you're elected, where are we going to come up with the money to do this?
Well, we just have to sit down together, like I said, Jimmy Dale, and just go over it, see what our money is, and see what we can do. We need to address that road pavement because a lot of they've been coming to the council meetings and everything, talking about road pavement, everything. We need to really put our mind to get the road done.
This council, with the election coming up in August, and I think the people can qualify up until what, July?
July the 5th, I think is what it is.
When did you decide that you're going to do this?
I decided about a month or two ago, Brother Jimmy Dale, and I rode all over this town looking. Everything. I've seen a lot of empty homes in this town. And if people ain't got nowhere to work, they gonna go somewhere else and work. So we need them here instead of going somewhere else.
You worked all your life,
yeah,
and know the importance of a job.
Right. You gotta do that. I mean, you gotta have people put them to work. Everything. We just don't have that here right now.
How, in Joe Knight's mind, how can we get more jobs? How can we get more industry to look at Sylacauga, Alabama? We've been set at a little under 13,000 people population for years and years.
Like I said, we need to sit down with a new council, and the mayor, and see where our money is, and see what, and just talk to people see if we can get them in here when people go to work.
Do you think this council and mayorship, many of them have already announced that they are going to seek re-election? Is this a council and mayor that you can work with?
I think so. I believe we can, Jimmy Dale.
Okay.
But we just have to sit down and do it.
If Joe Knight is elected District 3 City Council, what do you pledge to the people?
I'm going to work for the people, take care of the people, especially my District 3. I'll take care of them and work with them. I want to be a full-time city council. And if they need to come to me, they come to me and everything like that. We got a boys club over here too, Jimmy Dale. We need to get a little in the boys club over here. You know, Harold, them been over there a long time, and they have a lot of kids come over there and everything. And people don't realize how many kids do come over there.
Well, you've been involved with that boys club a long time. Joe Knight, our guest this morning. Joe, candidate for City Council District 3. I wish you the best.
Yeah.
And good luck with that. And I know you're on the streets in your district talking to people. And what are most people saying to you?
Well, they say they want to change. And a lot of people ask me about tax, everything like that, how do I feel about tax? I said, I'm against it. Everything like that. We just don't, people just can't afford it. Even they're here in town, everything.
All right. Joe Knight, candidate for City Council District 3. And Joe, always a pleasure to see you, man.
Yes.
Appreciate you coming by this morning.
Always good to see you, Jimmy Dale.
All right. We got more on Daybreak coming up right after this.